some quick tips to help you pass your driving test. If I have to give you some tips to help you pass your driving test, it would be simple ones, nothing complicated. It won't be saying to you, right, go around, learn all the test routes around that area, because you're not going to remember them, so it's pointless. I mean, it's important to be able to drive safely. That's the most important thing. So that's tip one. Know you can drive. Understand how to drive properly. And I know it sounds silly, but it's quite important to be able to drive safely, because if you can't drive safely, you're not going to pass your driving test. What you're going to do is something stupid. You're going to pull in front of a car at a junction, or you're going to chance it at a roundabout, or you're not going to give way when it's supposed to be a give way point, when it's meeting situations. So be able to drive safely to a good standard consistently, so that when you're under pressure on your test, it's easy. You kind of stick to that standard, and you will lose a little bit of your standard when you're under pressure. But if you're up to a nice standard already, then it's going to be easy for you to cope with it. So that's tip one. Be able to drive to a good standard consistently. Number tip two for you would be, if you know you're one of them people who suffers from exams, and there's lots of people out there, and you've probably seen my videos about driving test nerves. If you're one of them people who suffers badly with exams, then you've got to prepare for the driving test, because it's an exam. It's an exam of your ability to drive. And what people get some for is the pressure of someone sat in the car assessing them. So you just got to say to yourself, well, I need to prepare for that. So tip number two would be, if you know you suffer from driving nerves, then there's a good possibility you're going to suffer from driving test nerves. So tip number two would be, prepare for the nerves. And you can prepare for it in different ways. You can have mock driving tests, which prepares you for reenacting the situation of the driving test, which people get used to. It makes it easier. You can look at how you can control them nerves. It could be some kind of like a rescue remedy you can get at shops, the herbal ones, or it could be downloading an ebook, and I'll put a link in the description for the ebook if you want to check that one out. So there's all sorts of ways. So that's tip number two. If you know you've got suffer from nerves, prepare for them nerves, and that way they're not going to grab hold of you and make a mess of your day so much. And tip number three is, no matter how good you are, and this is quite important, no matter how good you are on the driving test, there's always going to be a spanner gets chucked on the driving test. And let me elaborate about what I mean by that. The amount of times I've listened to people at the end of the test, and they tell me something unusual happened. They've not come across it before. They could be driving down the road, and a milk van ahead of them stops, slams the brakes on, and jumps out the wagon, don't even look. So, and opens the back trap door, and it nearly hits the car. Something's daft like that. You know, it's in a rush. So, expect the unexpected. That's what I suppose I might try and get there. There's always going to be something that you've never come across, because when you're learning to drive, you've only had between anything from 25 to 60, 70 hours of lessons. Right? So that's not a lot of driving, if you think about it. But when you're driving around daily, you're going to come across lots of strange things that you'll never come across. That you've unfortunately, when you're on your driving lesson, it's only an hour or two long, so you're not going to come across it. If you're lucky, you'll come across most things, but there'll be unusual things that crop up on tests or even after the test. So when you're driving along on your driving test and everything's going honky-dory, and you're thinking, oh, it's great, this, keep switched on. So if you go around a corner, it's been a quiet test, expect around that corner, parked cars, maybe someone crossing the road, maybe a horse on that road with a rider. So expect the unexpected, I suppose, and that way it's not going to catch you out. So that's tip number 3, is expect something unusual. It's not going to freak you out then. And then the final tip, and it's quite an important one, and I say this to everyone at a test, no matter how bad you think you're driving, because your standard, you'll know your standard of driving, you'll know how good you're driving, and no matter how much you're thinking, oh God, I'm driving really bad on the test here, don't give up. Because you don't know, you might think it's a serious, and it might not be a serious, it could be a driver fault. So you think, oh God, I've just stalled at junction, then I've stalled for that. Well, not necessarily, it could be just a fault for stalling. You know, people stall it every time. I stalled this morning or at a junction, it happens. So that's just a few tips to help you, and remember, good luck on them tests and don't give up. Take care.